Hi, my name is Chinye. Welcome back to a new video. Today we're gonna speak about things you need to know before visiting the Gambia. The first thing you need to know before visiting the Gambia is that it is not very commercialized. And when I say it's not commercialized, I mean that those big sellout companies, those brands that have real estate and their foot set in every country, stores or brands like Starbucks and McDonald's, you will not find them in Gambia. And I think that is a very good thing. I don't think those stores contribute to our health and wealth. So they better stay out of there. So if you're coming to the Gambia, find a Sephora or like a KFC, or you will not find it, and be happy that it's not there. So what kind of stores are there? The stores are very local, I would say. You do have some brands that carry on through the whole country that have different types of franchises, or what do you want to call it, like branches. Let's say King Baker, which is a bakery. You see multiple King Bakers in the Gambia, or some supermarkets like Right Choice. So those are just local stores that you see throughout, but you will not see a Right Choice in England. You will not see King Baker in Brazil, So those are very Gambian type of stores. You will also see very small shops just owned by local people. You have some bigger shops, but you also have those really small shops that are really African shops. It's very packed with products, and you will not have, it's not polished. It's like very, very basic and very just cement. They have like those bars so that you cannot go to the cashier and like take their money for safety. And it's just a local shop you have in every street where you can find all the things you need. Like they also sell like almost all the same products. Some tapalapa bread, toilet paper, and bottles of water, some salt, like things like that. It also says something in a way about the Gambian people, because if there is not a Starbucks there, if there is not a McDonald's there, and maybe they don't even know about the existence, they don't care about it, they are just eating their own types of food, which is healthier, in my opinion, than those big brand names. And it says something about that we actually don't need those things, and that we should stop like going there as well. So they don't miss those Western brands. They don't know it. They don't care for it. They don't need it. Good riddance. The second thing you need to know before coming to Gambia is that there is a lot of youth there. So I believe there's more youth than elder people in Gambia. A lot of young people. So that in a way also shapes the country. It makes sure that there is a more young mindset around there, and that there's more energy in a way, because young people bring energy. They bring innovation. Obviously, you do need a good balance. You do need a lot of elder people, because the elder people, they pass on the knowledge to the youth. And I don't know why there is more youth, but if I just use my brain, I think it has something to do with the families are very big. You have families up to 12 people, in the house. But I also believe that not a lot of Gambians reach that elderly age. So if you have people not growing as old, but do having a lot of children, then of course there will be more youth than there will be elders. But this is just me thinking with my mind, not having all the information necessarily. If you want to add to this, please do in the comments. Going on to the next one. The third thing you need to know before coming to the Gambia is it is a Muslim country. So that means that they will act according to the Islamic values. That means that the life is surrounded around the 5 prayers a day. It means that you will find many mosques. You are in an Islamic country. It means that you need to respect the norms and values and the customs of the country that you are in. So if you're coming to the Gambia, study what is valued by Muslims and what are the do's and don'ts of that country. It also means that there are certain dynamics between men and women. Some things are accepted, some things are less accepted. So sometimes you might counter another Muslim who maybe does something he's not supposed to be doing. So even though it seems like acceptable, do know that you don't want to be the one who's like tempting someone away from his own religion and values. So try to be respectful and not do too much, basically. It also means they celebrate Islamic holidays such as Eid. They do Ramadan. So before you come to the Gambia, study like, when are those celebrations happening? Am I coming maybe in a time of Ramadan? Is this maybe a good period for me to travel there or not? The fourth one is about the Gambian people. So about their character, I would say, in general. So what do you need to know before coming to the Gambia? You need to know that Gambian people are very welcoming. They are very kind. They love to speak. The way they show love is one of the ways is through communication, by asking you how you are doing, asking you, did you eat yet? They really come from a place of unconditional love, from a place of family and seeing everyone as their family. So don't take advantage of that and try to give as much as they are giving. Don't be a taker only. I also noticed they are very pious people. In general, I'm speaking, right? You always have different types of outliers, but in general, very pious people and a bit shy as well. They are very humble people and they don't feel entitled to certain things. The way they treat tourists or other strangers is by showing a lot of interest. They are genuinely interested to know where you came from, who you are, who your family is, and things like that. So it's very easy to bond with the Gambian people because they are naturally interested. Show that interest back. Get to know them, get to know their family. They will invite you to their house, go join a meal, give something back. Do a little bit of giving and receiving because it's so easy to do that there. And they are very happy to receive your gift. They will not be people like, no. They will accept it because it's just normal. The fifth thing you need to know before coming to the country is that if you are a woman, there's a lot of Gambian men who are going to ask to be your friend. Don't really go with that. Don't really fall for that in a way. Why do they want to be friends with you? It can also be because they think you are attractive. And like I said, it's a Muslim country. So the whole friendship between men and women shouldn't be a thing. Don't try to, tempt the men into being friends because they shouldn't be friends with any woman in the first place. They should just have their own male friends and get married and be friends with their wife and their wife's family. So don't go into that whole thing. Don't give out your number. Just, even though how nice they may seem, how genuine they may seem, it's not necessary. Just say no politely, but know there's a lot of men who's gonna ask you to be their friend. The next thing you need to know before coming to the Gambia is Gambians really love soccer. That's their whole thing. Especially the boys, they love it. They play at the beach all the time. They watch soccer all the time. That's their whole thing. And a lot of Gambian men have a dream to become the biggest soccer player in the world. The seventh thing you need to know before coming to Gambia is that there are very high unemployment rates. There are a lot of people who are willing to work, who have the energy, the fitness to work, but there's just not enough jobs. But because of this reason, there is also more poverty, because if you don't have money coming in, how do you pay for your lifestyle? Big families over there, so many mouths to feed. So it can get very tough and it's a struggle. And you will not always see that when you come into the country. It doesn't show as much as you see in other countries. And I don't feel like there are so many people begging on the street. And I also feel like you don't see many people sleeping on the street. I also think you don't really see this poverty because Gambians really take care of one another. So even if I don't have enough food to feed myself and my family, I will still give a little bit to someone else. So because of this sharing, it lifts the weight a little bit. It's a bit less heavy. Also, if you don't have a place to sleep, I think Gambians are very quick to take you into their home. So that's why you don't see many people sleeping on the streets, even though they don't have a house. They're just gonna all sleep together now inside this one house. So do keep that in mind, that they are very smiley people, very happy people, but a lot of them are struggling financially. So if you can do anything to help them, do it. This is already the last thing you need to know before coming to the Gambia. This is especially very wise to know for people who are expats, digital nomads, people who use the internet to do their work and hobbies, because Gambia has a lot of power cuts. The electricity will just cut off, and then you don't have internet, and it can be over very quickly in 10 minutes, but it can also take 10 hours. So you never know when it's gonna happen, how long it's gonna take. But there are so many power cuts. It's like a daily thing. There are ways to get around it, like solar power, for instance, or generators. But in general, if you don't make use of any of those things, you will experience those power cuts. So do keep that in mind when you're traveling to the Gambia. I have so many more things to tell you that you should know before visiting the Gambia, but I will save it for a next video. My name is Chinye. If you want to know more about my experiences in Gambia, I have a video here that tells you how I was treated when coming in for the first time. And I also have a video here about 8 things you can do in the Gambia as a tourist. I see you in the next one. Stay high. Bye.